Go!
Podcast. Welcome to the ZoCo Podcast. My name is Cody.
I'm Trevor.
And this week, we are back with another podcast.
Are we?
Well, you know, I think we've made it.
Podcast 35.
So, we do these, about once a week, which means that we've done it for about 35 weeks. But realistically, we've been doing this for
About more like 40 weeks.
Well, we've been doing this since April. Last April.
Yep.
And we're coming up on April in a couple months. So that's almost a full year of podcasts, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like crazy.
Yeah.
But we're
going. We're still going.
We are going. And for going, I'm going to crack this bottle. There's a beautiful sound of Jones soda. So underneath the cap of every Jones soda is a phrase. I don't want to call it a fortune. It's not really.
Some are kind of fortune-y.
Some are funny. Some are weird. But
take it as a suggestion.
Okay, well, what's your say?
Change your routine, except in bed.
Mine says, don't lose this cap ever. So
I don't know what to say about that one.
So I'm gonna hold on to this cap, I guess.
Forever. That's clever, actually.
I don't know what to do with this cap.
See, you don't open up a fortune cookie and see the fortune say, keep this for forever, or keep this cookie for forever.
Well, I'm actually glad you brought up fortune cookies, because apparently the guy of one of the major fortune cookie companies stopped writing fortunes for fortune cookies.
Really?
He said it's been the biggest case of writer's block ever. And so he's done.
They can't just reuse what stuff they were.
Well, that's kind of the question, but apparently he's only written a few within the last few months. Which is crazy insane, but I guess at that point, yeah, you have to go back and you have to use old stuff because he's not writing anything anymore.
Well, I mean, you think about it, how many fortunes are unique? Because that's the real question: are they all unique?
Well, how many fortunes are more of just I don't even know, good luck?
Well, yeah, I mean, they have plenty of things that are suggestions or good luck type, fortunes.
Not necessarily fortunes per se.
Or warnings kind of thing.
I don't know what to do with this cap. I think I'm gonna.
I guess you're stuck with it, bro.
It's gonna become a part of the set over here.
You are stuck with that cap.
Things have changed around here.
Oh yeah. Got some Minecraft stuff going on there.
There's a little bit of Minecraft. There's a little bit of Sons of Anarchy. And a little bit of Onnit, which usually I wear the Onnit hat, but I changed the hat today. And that's Onnit's New Mood and Alpha Brain. Good stuff. I use it. We don't have a sponsor from them. I'd love to get a sponsor from them, but they've denied us. So, cheers.
Well, we haven't even asked.
I have.
Oh, you have?
I have sent out, because on their webpage they have a little
spot.
Sponsors, and you can request a sponsorship, but we don't have enough views on YouTube. I think that's probably what it is.
I get it. Sponsorship is kind of an investment.
Well, yeah, because they're saying we'll pay you to advertise
for us. Yep.
And they have the statistics of, for every advertisement we get so much in return. Yeah. Well, if we don't match, let's say they get a 10% return. Let's say. I don't know if that's high. I don't even know if that's low. But 10% of 10 viewers, that's one person. So one person who's watching this would actually go and actually, look it up and actually, go buy the product.
Yeah.
But that doesn't help them. That's one more person.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that makes sense. So maybe down the road.
Maybe down the road. Maybe when more people maybe watch this. I don't know.
Yep. We have to get out there. We have to do stuff.
We definitely do. But speaking of getting out there, speaking of sweets and fortune cookies and stuff. Speaking of cookies.
Especially speaking of cookies.
The cult has returned. The cult known as the Girl Scouts have returned.
They're outside your shopping centers right now.
With cookies. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I am not a part of the Girl Scout cookie bug. They're not that great. I mean, I go get a bag of Oreos, and those will be better than I think.
I don't know. Their mint crisps are really good.
They're just like, that's it.
The other stuff is like the shortbreads are pretty good too, but they're just like any other shortbread cookie, I think. But I don't know. I partially think mainly just because partially why they even do the Girl Scout cookies is because it's fundraising.
Well, yeah, it's fundraising for the Girl Scouts.
That's a big part of why it's just also a big thing is because you only get it at a certain time of the year. So.
I think they've upped it now. I think it's like 2 times a year.
Yeah, twice a year now. I think
they show up 2 times a year in front of your neighborhood grocery store, and they
yell, like, "Hey, come buy the cookies!"
They track you down, and they're like, "Buy our cookies now.
We've got your address now. You are ours for the taking.
We want your money for our cookies." I don't know.
Oh, we're going into Despicable Me size here?
Yeah, I guess so. Fart gun. Dart gun. I thought you said fart gun.
Light the bulb.
We've talked about it before. That's my ringtone. It's so fluffy.
It's so fluffy.
Good times.
Oh man.
Good times. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't necessarily go out and buy them myself. Selves.
Yourselves?
Myselves. Yep.
So there's multiples of you?
The secret's out.
Wait. I'm the one who's a Gemini here. I'm the one who's supposed to have split personalities.
True, I am the Libra. I'm the one that's supposed to be the opposite of that. I'm supposed to be the sane one.
Oh boy. Well, that says a lot.
Oh boy. It means I've been hanging out with you too much.
Yeah, we've been hanging out too much. We need to.
You're rubbing off on me.
We need to. I don't know. We just need to stop doing this.
Oh man.
You need to stop going to my house, drinking all my drinks, like that.
Hey man, don't judge me.
Yeah, we've upped our production to 2 days. 2 days every week.
Pretty much, yeah.
And
we're working on more.
When school starts next week, actually, according to this podcast, school starts tomorrow. By the time this podcast comes out, school starts tomorrow.
No, because that would be Sunday. So technically, school starts in 2 days.
I'm going to put this podcast out on Sunday now just because you said that. Just so I can be right.
Oh, boy.
Just so this conversation makes me right.
This is what I have to deal with.
See, that's the power of editing the podcast. I can edit out all the times that I'm wrong. And all the times...
All right, let's just build our own podcast.
And all the times you're right.
School comes out tomorrow. School comes out on Monday.
And then I sound like smart. And then,
Oh my gosh.
No, actually, there's not too much editing. Because of our planning days, we know what we're going to talk about.
We've kept it shorter.
And makes editing real simple. The only time things get edited are microphone bumps or camera battery dies.
Which happened?
That was last week's podcast. There was a split right in the middle of the podcast where it was like, we're just talking and all of a sudden
Split. Everything's split.
camera shuts down. It's like, check battery. I was like, oh, shoot. So we had to make a quick trip out and go hang out for a little bit while the battery charged, just enough to get some juice in the battery to record, I don't know, the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
And by then, we were just tired. We were ready for...
Oh, I was yawning the whole time.
ready for it to be over, so...
Oh, man.
But
anyway, speaking of things that... I'm going to pull off a Cody transition here. Speaking of things starting next week, there's something I've been kind of a little bit excited about. I'm definitely unique looking game to me.
Valentine's Day. That is a unique game.
That is a unique game.
It's a game where you find a girl and you say, hey girl, I like you.
And you press hey.
Hey, I like you. And then she'd be like,
up, down, left, right. Cheat code.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, start. Konami code. So you'd be like, yo, girl, I like you. And she like, I like you too. And now it's like, okay, so for this entire day, I'm going to buy everything for you. And you don't have to buy me a single thing. I'm going to buy you flowers. I'm going to buy you candy. I'm going to buy you dinner. I'm going to buy you a gift. And we're going to have a great day. We're all going to hang out. Everything's going to be great. And you don't got to buy me nothing. Isn't Valentine's Day about, like, love?
I could tell you love Valentine's Day.
It's like a one-sided thing.
Oh, man.
I'm just bitter.
Because you don't got a date.
My milk's got a date. Sunday.
This last Sunday, not this Sunday.
Past Sunday, like a week
Sunday.
ago.
Yeah.
I know this is late news. This happened a week ago, but the Super Bowl happened. And I know I'm about the only sports one.
I didn't watch 1 minute of it.
Really, man, you should have. Just on the sole fact that this. Have you heard anything about it?
I heard what the first half was like. That's about it.
So when these two teams go, you're talking about a team that has been to the Super Bowl many times and a team that hasn't been to the Super Bowl in like 50 years. Of course, everybody's cheering for the Patriots. Well, at the same time, nobody's cheering for the Patriots because nobody wants the Patriots to win because the Patriots are known as cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, they got hit for deflating the footballs because there is a regulation PSI.
Yeah.
And apparently they were slightly deflated because they're easier to catch. And so that was that whole debacle. They're known as cheaters. They've cheated a few times. But nobody wanted them to win, but everybody knew that they were going to win. And so, they do the coin toss at the beginning. They get the first possession, and they turn it over real quick. And then just downhill from there. Atlanta scored 4 touchdowns before the Patriots even got a single score on the board. Was it 4? No, I think they scored 3 touchdowns. It was 21, and then the Patriots scored a field goal, and it was halftime, 28 or 21-3, and everyone's like, "This game's over." Like this, we're talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
the Super Bowl is always close. It's always within like a touchdown. The announcers were saying that no team has won past a 10-point deficit.
Interesting.
So the biggest deficit in a game was 10 points, won. And about halfway through the third quarter, all of a sudden the Patriots just kicked it into high gear, and they beat a 25-point deficit to tie the game at the end. at the very end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that beat that record. No Super Bowl has come up from a 25-point deficit. It was the first Super Bowl game to go into overtime in history.
Oh, wow.
The first out of 51 Super Bowls. And they redo the coin toss. The coin toss.
The coin toss.
Because I can speak. And
speak I can.
Patriots get possession again. And they just drove that ball all the way down the field. And they scored the touchdown.
Dang.
So, a lot of people say they didn't because, so football, the football has to cross the line.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to put your foot over the line or anything like that. And, the ball kind of like never actually went in. I think it did as he fell down, but his knee hit the ground. And once your knee hits, that's down.
Yeah.
It's a dead ball. But, the football crossed the plane. They got the camera right on it. Go back. Go to YouTube. The football crosses the line. I don't care if it barely crossed the line. The white line is the goal line. If it passes that white line, that's in. Before his knee hit. And that was it. That was a touchdown. Boom. Cannons go. Fans flood. That whole thing. Yeah. So it was a crazy game. And I really don't care about the NFL.
I don't care about sports in general.
I'm not an NFL guy. I'm a college football guy. I like USC. So that's gonna create some sparks. But yeah, it was a good game. It is terrible on the Patriots' part, going down that far. Mm-hmm. It's like, geez. You're talking about. Well, and so the other thing too is that this game was 7 games for both the head coach and the quarterback. 7 Super Bowl games.
Okay.
It's 5 games won for Tom Brady, the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Which no quarterback has won that many Super Bowl games. So
some record-breaking stuff.
He put a lot of records were broken on this Super Bowl. So
nice.
Pretty crazy. It was a good game, fun to watch. I didn't really see any commercials that really caught my eye. Like, a lot of times you watch the Super Bowl
a lot
for
of
the
people
commercials.
watch it for the commercials.
The only commercial that I think really sparked my interest was Stranger Things is coming out with their season 2. Okay. So that'll be Halloween this year. So October 31st, Stranger Things season 2. If you haven't seen the first episode or first season, I would recommend going and watching it. I know I already said it didn't spark my interest, but I don't know. I think it's the hype of the next season coming out, and I'm interested in the next season. So I'd say go check out the first season. The second season comes out in October. So
nice. Speaking of stuff coming up, so Walking Dead's coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yep.
Or today, depending on when I get this podcast out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Walking Dead starts.
Walking Dead starts second half, season 7.
I'm really curious as to where they're gonna go.
Yep. It's it definitely looks like that they're over. They always hype it up, of course, for the second season. But we'll see where it goes. I haven't read the comics, so I don't know where it goes. I know eventually they get rid of Negan, but I don't know how.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I mean, that's he's the protagonist right now, so somehow they're gonna have to get rid of him.
Antagonist, I mean.
And yeah, that
guy.
Yeah,
that guy.
English is my worst subject in school.
You speak English?
Sort of.
Oh, you speak English?
I speak American. Whatever that is.
There we go. That is a better way to say it.
I lived in Texas for 2 years. You lose a little. You lose a little of your own twang.
Oh man.
No, it's funny actually how when you live in Texas, you actually pick up the y'all. The southern.
Yeah, I definitely did.
The fixin' to. It's like you don't say I'm going to. You say I'm fixing to.
You're fixing to.
I'm fixing to go to the store.
Yep.
What about y'all?
How y'all doing?
Do you know what the plural form of y'all is?
Y'all.
All y'all.
All y'all. Yep.
Because you're talking about, like this group over here, like y'all are going to go to the store, but all y'all are going to come back.
Which, funny enough, actually, if you think about it, even though y'all isn't technically correct English,
it's correct.
It's correct because
you all.
I mean, the conjunction itself, was just a twang word, but at the same time, you look at other languages, they have words that are kind of like that. Because I took German in high school, for example, so there's a word.
Nine.
There's like they have all these conjunctions. So you have like ich bin, ich, dude.
Ich liebe
it's basically saying like I, you, he, she, it, they kind of thing. So there is a word that is basically they plural, which is basically y'all, and it's actually a correct thing. So that's technically in the American language, you could actually consider y'all correct.
I consider it correct because the conjunction.
You
is, all.
Yeah.
Y'all. If you would say, I gotta think of a word now though. They all, it'd be they'll.
They'll.
Which that alone sounds
very weird.
Redneck.
They'll.
They.
Which that's why you say all y'all.
Yeah, all y'all.
Yeah, all y'all.
Because y'all, like if I'm going to talk about y'all, that's like y'all. But if I'm going to talk about all y'all,
I'm talking about all y'all.
That's all y'all. I'm talking about all y'all.
Oh boy.
All y'all out there watching this, see, that's all y'all. Every single one of y'all.
I think we lost a few viewers.
We've lost our Texas portion of the podcast.
Oh boy.
But speaking of other things coming out this week,
so maybe we can actually get through this part.
Maybe.
So
if Valentine's Day doesn't get in the way.
I know, right? But anyways, so For Honor, I just want to talk briefly about this game. This game, I really like this because it's pretty much it. I used to play Dynasty Warriors, when I was younger. I used to like that game just because it was, you go around and you just slashing at stuff, and it's a fun game. But they've made so many Dynasty Warriors games, and it's like the same exact thing all the time. So I got kind of bored of that after a while. But this game, when I saw it first, it kind of reminded me of Dynasty Warriors. It's basically what it is. It's set in it's almost kind of a timeless era. So you got 3 different factions. You've got the Vikings, the Knights, and the Samurai. So it's kind of like 3 different cultures all kind of clumped together, which is unique. There's not a whole lot of games that are like that. You've got games like, World of Warcraft that are fantasy, but this is like, kind of based off of more like actual type things, but they're all kind of colliding together. And it's pretty much just like a hack and slash kind of game, and I'm really intrigued about it. I'm really excited to play it. I've pre-ordered it, and come Tuesday, I will start playing it. That's my Valentine's Day for you.
My Valentine. My Valentine's Day will be spent working and school, which we've already talked about school.
Yeah.
So, I still have not played games. Like, I am lacking in the game department. Titanfall 2. I haven't even checked on Titanfall 2 yet.
Yeah, because previous times we've been talking about Titanfall 2, it hasn't been working.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's working. I even stopped playing Far Cry Primal, which...
Yeah, if it's not working, you need to contact Ubisoft about that.
Seriously, because that's kind of ridiculous.
A problem. That is a serious problem.
It's like, I paid for the game. Where is it?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, I just don't know what games to get into. Like, I think I'm very picky when it comes to games. Like, I have a very particular style. And that's why Far Cry grabbed me.
Yeah, you tend to like that open world, like crafting, like Minecraft kind of.
Like, seriously, I played GTA 4. I've never played the whole campaign. The only time I play GTA is just to go drive around and kill people. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I spawn the helicopter with cheats. I fly up to the top of a building and then just start sniping people until I get a level 6. And then, survive as long as I can from the helicopters that's shooting at me.
Yeah.
Or the fun thing is spawn a car on top of the train tracks and go to the other islands that you haven't like unlocked yet. And like they're looking for you, but they can't find you because you're underground. And you're just like speeding through the whole city. It's fun. That's about it. But then I get bored of that and I get off.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's plenty of open world games coming up. We'll have to see what there is. But obviously we've got Wildlands coming out that we've been hyping about this, I think, a little bit too much now.
Probably too much. March 7th cannot come fast enough. Today is February 7th as of the recording of this podcast. So we have a month to go.
Which is basically a lifetime.
Which is like a lifetime in Alex's perspective.
Oh, man. But
Still waiting for that lifetime.
Yeah, it's almost done, though. We're nearing the light at the end is at the end of the tunnel now.
Yes, pre-orders are still out strong. We were just at GameStop, and they have the pre-orders there. So.
Oh, yeah, they're going strong on it. I'll probably wait to pre-order it a little bit later, but I did look at it.
I'm pre-ordering for PC, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, but...
Yeah. I'm still in school debt.
Mm.
I'm still trying to get out of that debt.
Yep.
School ain't cheap. Books ain't cheap.
Nope.
Parking ain't cheap.
Nope.
I heard of some school charging like $800 for parking.
For parking?
For one semester. How ridiculous is that?
Was it USC?
It's a university. I don't know what university. I don't remember, but that's ridiculous.
That is bull.
Like, that is expensive.
Son of...
Yeah, exactly.
I saw on, I think it was Facebook. I want to say it's Facebook, one of the videos on my feed. I don't know, this just really intrigued me. I've never seen this out. It could be old news for all I know. But there is a flashlight out there that is so, it's so intense that it literally can burn and melt stuff. So
you could start a house fire from just like sitting in a dark room and going...
Not exactly. But basically, what this flashlight, it's the W100, W100, I believe. 1 second. Let me check it. My
Vamp. Time to vamp. So,
vamp.
So this one time at work, I had to drive a long time.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Gave you a little music there. That's our intro music now. Anyway, so it's called the 4100 lumens, aka the torch. So this thing...
Wait. Is this flashlight going to end up in a Marvel movie? Is it Marvel or DC?
Well, the Human Torch is
Marvel, right?
Yeah. That's Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
This flashlight is basically, it's considered pretty much like the brightest flashlight. Now, of course, the heat intensity, in order for you to burn stuff, you actually have to literally have it right up next to it. Right up next to it.
But still, like, what if you...
But just the fact that you can do that.
What if you left it on, and then you put it on the table,
it will
and
burn,
you forgot about it?
It will burn a good mark on that, probably even start a fire. It will literally do that. This thing is intense. Like, you can look it up on YouTube. You know, just look up the W100... what I say, Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I want to say Torrance for some reason. I'm like, what?
Italy? Wait, do I just hear road trip?
Let's go. We need to go shooting sometime.
I don't think the Italians would much appreciate us and our guns.
Anyways. But yeah, you know, you can burn yourself a nice little spot in your carpet there. Or melt it. Yeah, no, you can watch videos of just like, you can literally start a fire with it, so you can like get all your firewood and whatnot. You just hold it up to it'll start smoking and just catch fire. Wow. Or take it up to, plastic tent or something like that and just melt right through it.
Wow.
This thing is intense. It's not even that big. It's probably about like a good, regular size flashlight. It's just that freaking hot.
I wonder like what the battery is on that.
It actually, it's not like you don't use like a AA battery. It's because it's literally like, I'd have to look it up, but
it would have to be some kind of lithium ion battery.
It's
something ridiculous.
It's something because it actually does last a good like 30 minutes just straight on, But like, yeah, you don't use a AA battery for this.
No way.
It wouldn't be strong enough.
Because that only emits 1.5 volts.
Yeah, it wouldn't emit strong enough. You'd need literally whatever.
Something way bigger than that.
Yeah, but it's a really intense. I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was insane. It was just ridiculous what this thing can do. And it's a flashlight. You know, you would never think that you could hold up your flashlight, you know, reading your comics at night, and it would just burn right through it.
Yeah. Well, it's like they have those lasers.
Yeah.
Like the laser pointers that are actually like hot. You can start fires with those.
That's essentially what a laser is. It's just, you know, the light that's emitting from it is basically
the same thing, high powered.
It's a high powered thing.
So,
I mean, they have laser cutters for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they can actually cut.
Yeah. But those are some serious lasers right there.
Yeah, it's high emitted light there. Anyways,
speaking of high emitted light, I think it's time to end this podcast. This has been quite the podcast.
A good, I think, podcast 35. It's good.
A good way to end on an odd number. But I don't know. Well, we'll see how I decide to leave things or not leave things.
Have fun with that.
I might actually just blur this out so you can't read what's on it, but you can see that it's there, and all of a sudden, like, the blur will just fade away. We'll
Careful,
see.
your face is right there too. You're just gonna blur your face too.
I'll blur my face.
That would actually be really funny to do. You know, like most of the podcast. We should do that one time. Just like start us off, like blurred faces. Like, welcome to the ZoCo Podcast. Whoa, what's up?
Get it off.
And then like,
get it off.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I think we're done.
I think we're done. We've descended into anarchy. So if you like this podcast and you want to see more, check out the rest of our YouTube page. There's plenty there. YouTube.com/zombie couch.
Like us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow us.
Everything is down in the description below. Make sure to subscribe. Every week we'll do this podcast, so you'll get your update. Make sure to share this with your friends on Facebook or whatever your social media is.
And comment, and give us suggestions what you want us to do. We will do it.
For sure. That's about it for this week. So we'll see you next week.
Later.
And now, a brief blooper from today's podcast. Oh my gosh. Freaking rookie move. 35 podcasts into this. We just talked about it. 35 podcasts. Rookie move. Okay. You were talking about For Honor.
Like, no, I don't even know. But on Valentine's Day, Ubisoft is releasing their new game. I'm really excited about this one. It's a new game called For Honor. And this game... That's like a trigger memory now for me. Because like, For Honor.
Son of I was just talking about how, like, we don't have to edit much because, like, we've got it all planned out. We know what we're going to talk about.
Oh my God.
And then some idiot forgets to erase the whiteboard.
I'm trying to keep it straight, bro.
Oh, goodness.
So anyways, on Valentine's Day, Ubisoft is releasing their new game. Don't laugh, dude. Like, you start laughing, and I'm like, no, he's losing it.
I just started losing it. There's no recovering.
So my Valentine's Day, I'm going to be spending... Don't laugh, dude. Hold it together.
Can't do it.